Right now, city leaders reflecting on the homeless problem in Madison, laying out the top priorities for the upcoming new year.
Plus, funding for hundreds of affordable housing units in the city on its way to a council vote tomorrow.
And later, a teenager with cerebral palsy may need surgery, and her mother putting the blame on the Madison School District. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10.
First tonight, we begin with breaking news. The Madison Police Department says its gang and neighborhood crime team has arrested the suspect wanted in connection with the homicide last month. Police say the 40-year-old man was taken into custody without incident today and booked into jail. The shooting happened on Lakeside Street near John Nolan Drive on November 22nd. 36-year-old Shantae Riley died as a result of that shooting. Police said he was in an altercation with someone before being shot and may have known the suspect. In Madison, the issue of housing has long been a focus for area leaders.
Tonight, the City-County Homeless Issues Committee met to review goals for the upcoming year. And as McKenna Alexander explains, this planning comes at a crucial time for people who are homeless. McKenna?
Yeah, tonight, area shelters are struggling to meet unprecedented demand, a problem recognized by committee members working to house those in need. After more than 3 decades of working with people that are homeless, Carla Thens has seen a lot of people walk through shelter doors, but never this many.
No, our numbers are going up at the men's shelter. We had an all-time high a few weeks ago, and by all-time high, I mean forever in the 35 years of doing shelter, of 222 people.
The Emergency Men's Shelter is just one of many housing options provided by Porchlight, a nonprofit that works to reduce homelessness across Madison. Carla works as the organization's executive director and says lately more and more people have been reaching out for help.
I don't see the high numbers as necessarily a bad thing, because I see it as less people outside, more people seeking shelter. And then, of course, the negative would be, well, now those folks need to move into affordable housing.
The lack of affordable housing is just one of many problems being tackled by Madison's City-County Homeless Issues Committee. Monday night, members met to review the past year, with 2022 featuring the committee's work on selecting a location for a permanent men's shelter, authorizing funding toward improvements at the temporary Dairy Drive campground, and making headway to adopt a homeless Bill of Rights. Significant strides made, but plenty of issues yet to be solved, as the committee now looks toward its goals for 2023. A top priority, digging past the resources available to find the root of homelessness in Madison.
We need to start thinking outside the box with that and trying to find ways to get people, that kind of help, because you can't just, do counseling and therapy for people whose lives are terrible because they can't pay their bills. I mean, no amount of therapy is going to make that better for anyone.
A tentative committee work plan includes possible support for homeless high school parents, an increase in immediate housing options, and research into access barriers for jobs, childcare, and transportation. Goals that, while ambitious, remain critically important as shelters across Madison are now unable to match this community's need.
If it's somebody calling from out of town, I just say, you will be a homeless person here. You are not coming to Madison to move into housing. Like, there's not any quick groups that you can get in on to move into housing right away, which is my way of saying don't come, because unless you just want to be another homeless person in one of our shelters.
Now, just a reminder, homeless shelters are always in need of items this time of year. At Porchlight, travel-sized toiletry items like shampoo and body wash are desperately needed. If you'd like to donate, just visit porchlight.org for more information.
We're learning more today why a pastoral associate at St. Olaf's in DeForest is facing charges for child sexual abuse. Rajnal Ramant is charged with child enticement and sexual assault of a child by someone who works with children. The victim says that she and Ramant had inappropriate sexual contact both in person and online several times. A criminal complaint says it all started with what the 17-year-old victim called friendly interactions that would eventually turn sexual. The victim also said Ramant knew she was underage and told her he had a, quote, countdown until she turned 18. The courts set a $5,000 cash bail today.
Also happening, the man charged with randomly killing a Columbia County man inside his home more than 3 years ago was sentenced to life in prison today. However, 45-year-old Jason Koyeski will be eligible for extended supervision after 30 years. Last week, he pleaded guilty to a single charge of first-degree intentional homicide for his role in the death of Keith Wolf back in September 2019 inside his home in the town of Leeds. In Janesville tonight, police are searching for this man. They say he stole 2 laptops from the Best Buy store on Deerfield Drive in Janesville while armed with a handgun. Police say the suspect asked an employee for the computers, and when they returned with them, police say he showed the gun and took the laptops. Anyone with information is asked to call the Janesville PD. Well, check this out. Police have arrested an 18-year-old man after admitting to starting a fire at a gas station pump when trying to do a burnout. This was in Rochester, New York yesterday. Security footage shows the vehicle spinning its tires, then speeding off and instantly crashing into that pump. The man was later arrested, charged with criminal mischief and leaving the scene of a motor vehicle accident after admitting to his actions.
Next tonight, we have some uncertain weather on the way this week that all could come down to a shift in temperature by just a few degrees. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with our first warn forecast.
Yeah, we saw that this morning. Areas north of Madison were just a little colder. They had some freezing drizzle. Madison southward, no problems at all. The time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam shows plenty of clouds. Not much in the way of precipitation around here. Most of that was north of Dane County. And this view is actually looking southwest from the western portion of Madison. Doppler track shows some snow flurries that came through this evening, racing off to the east and now pushing out into Lake Michigan. The last of the flurries over southeastern Wisconsin and up toward the Fox Valley, heading out to Lake Michigan. Right now, visibility is at or above 10 miles across all of southern Wisconsin. High temperatures today did make it up above freezing. Here in Madison, we hit 38. Janesville was at 41. It was 43 in Milwaukee and Kenosha. But to the north and west, temperatures were as cold as 32 at the Baraboo Dells Airport. Now temperatures are in the 20s toward La Crosse. Madison has been fluctuating up and down. We're back at 34 degrees, and temperatures are in the upper 30s toward Milwaukee. Across Dane County, just barely above freezing. 34 in Belleville, in Oregon, in Cross Plains, and also in Verona. Look for skies to be mostly cloudy overnight. Low temperatures eventually dropping out to 24, so it'll be a little colder than last night. For tomorrow, we'll see a chance for some rain and snow showers. Shouldn't amount to much, but there's the possibility for some minor snow accumulations later this week. I'll tell you when that'll be in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. And with some uncertainties in the forecast this week, now is a great time to check out and download our First Warn Weather app. It's everything you need to know about the weather right in the palm of your hand. Outside special interest groups making a big impact on the midterm elections this year, spending at least 50% more than the previous record high for the midterm. The Wisconsin Democracy Campaign says outside organizations poured in more than $93 million into the race for governor and other state offices. The largest majority of that money, nearly $79 million, was spent on the governor's race. In total, 35 groups spent just over $48 million to help Republicans. 36 groups spent $44 million to benefit Democrats. The previous record for outside spending was set in 2018, and that year it was nearly $62 million.
And looking ahead to tomorrow, the candidates in Georgia's runoff Senate race are making their closing arguments. For those who didn't vote early, tomorrow is Election Day in the contest between Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican challenger Herschel Walker. Though Democrats will control the next Senate, a Warnock win would give the party more leverage in deciding the makeup of key committees, an easier path to confirming judges, and more wiggle room in close votes. The Department of Homeland Security is giving states 2 more years before it starts enforcing its so-called Real ID requirements. The new deadline is now May 7th of 2025, at which point all state driver's licenses must meet security standards established by the Real ID Act. After the deadline, IDs that do not meet those standards won't be accepted by federal agencies, including the TSA. Funding for hundreds of affordable housing units throughout Madison will be on the Common Council docket tomorrow.
Armand Rahman explains where the millions will go if approved. Armand?
Yeah, guys, the Community Development Division is proposing 2 resolutions for council to spend about $9 million in affordable housing funds and to spend $4 million to foster affordable home ownership. The $9 million would be offered to 3 redevelopment projects: St. John's Lutheran Church near the Capitol, the former Gardner Bakery site on East Wash, and Merchant Place on Odana Road on the west side. In total, they would set up 500 new rental units around the city, more than half of which would qualify as affordable.
It's been really nice to be in neighborhoods where people have also identified that there is a need for us to be building more and building different types. So we're very grateful for the communities that are supporting this new housing as well.
The second resolution would commit $4 million city and federal dollars to 9 local organizations like Habitat for Humanity and Project Home to focus on supporting home ownership through home buyer education, down payment assistance, and more. Rhodes also says that 2 of the developments agreed to make 236 of the units permanently affordable rather than the limit of 40 years typical with the affordable housing process.
Still ahead tonight, an update on NASA's Artemis 1 mission, now in its final stage, heading to Earth.
Plus, a News 3 Now investigation, a local mother blaming the Madison School District for injuries to her daughter with special needs. Stay with us.
Sam. Hey, little brother.
Make this December one to remember. Happy Holidays from Lexus.
Energy is everywhere, even in a little seedling, which, when turned into fuel, can help power a plane. At Chevron's El Segundo refinery, we're looking to turn plant-based oil into renewable gasoline, jet, and diesel fuels. Our planet offers countless sources of energy, but it's only human to find the ones that could power a better future.
Many of us are feeling the economic crunch, and News 3 Now wants to help those who are in need this holiday season. News 3 Now and SSM Health presents the 12 Days of Giving.
Through the tremendous generosity of area businesses and volunteers, we want to make 12 wishes come true. If you're in need or know someone who is or may want to help make a wish come true, go to channel3000.com and fill out the application.
News 3 Now's 12 Days of Giving, presented by SSM Health.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday! Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $10.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Introducing Sass, Sauce and Shells, a bold new restaurant on Madison's Capitol Square, combining the best of barbecue and shelled seafood by Chef Joe Perkins. Add a little sass to your lunch or dinner plans today. Open 7 days a week.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed, more than $500,000 recovered, and we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now.
Make this December one to remember. Together. Happy Holidays from Lexus.
We've got an icon on the Jennifer Hudson Show. It's the incredible Billy Porter. Then Haley Lou Richardson from the White Lotus. And Mama Hud's holiday giveaways are almost here.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. The historic Artemis 1 mission is now on the final stretch of its historic journey. Orion, as NASA's new space capsule is called, made another pass by the surface of the moon this morning, capturing views of notable lunar sites, including a couple of Apollo landing sites. The capsule is now on its final path home with a splashdown expected on Sunday. Next at 10, a teenager with cerebral palsy may need surgery to fully restore her legs, and her mother puts the blame squarely on the Madison School District.
In this News 3 investigation, Naomi Cole shows us just how badly a special needs plan for care can go wrong.
And you like school.
Since Patan Coffee was 17, it's been her and Ariana against the world.
She was born with cerebral palsy.
Mom's high school graduation. 18 years later,
Ariana's.
She's overcome a lot of obstacles in her life. We've done some water skiing, some cheerleading.
All that makes accepting this much harder.
It's her right to be safe.
This story ends with a lawsuit, but begins just after Ariana's graduation from Madison East.
There's lots of great people there. Lots of great people that love and adore her, and that I feel 100% I trust them.
Last fall, Ariana entered the district's 18 to 21 transition program for people with special needs. Not long after, Ariana's perpetually sunny personality changed.
She wasn't so happy. Something wasn't right, and then maybe months after that, or a month or so after that, she was starting to lash out and cry.
Program staffers started calling Patan. Something was off. Ariana started having seizures, a dozen or more a day. Patan addressed some concerns with the people in charge of her IEP. That's the individualized education program mandated by law for every child with special needs. The case manager promised to get trained on the specialized standing equipment Ariana had to use.
The following day, I said, did it happen? He said, yep, we're good to go.
Still, problems continued. Ariana appeared to be in pain, and she was walking differently. A routine question came up at the next IEP meeting. Was the school using the proper equipment to balance Ariana's feet and legs when she was in her stander?
I remember it clear as day. He bowed his head and said, no, we don't. And I said, excuse me, what did you say? Just to clarify that I heard him say the right thing. He said, we haven't been putting them out at all.
A state investigation found the district had not followed Ariana's IEP, which required her to be in the stander for a certain amount of time every day with the proper equipment.
And she's supposed to go in it, and then you click it.
Wearing the right shoes and brace was critical. Using the stander daily for 2 months without them left Ariana's legs injured, eliminating years of progress.
She wasn't able to bear her own weight for a while, because it was too painful.
X-rays and doctor's visits followed. Their notes, included in a lawsuit about to be filed, find, quote, this deterioration in function is consistent with her malposition in the standing frame.
The reason they're required is to prevent injury exactly as she suffered.
Patan's attorney, Terry Polich, says this case surprised him. The district flatly denied an initial claim for damages this summer.
I thought that the school district would be interested in negotiating some type of informal resolution of this case because it's a very strong case.
The district wasn't able to comment on the story because of privacy concerns, so we don't know if Ariana's case manager faced discipline. We're not naming him for that reason, but the fact that he still has his job after the state investigation leaves anger.
I think it's not just a legal question. I think this is also a moral question. And the moral question is, what do we value as a community?
In the last 5 years, families have filed more than 400 complaints to the state about IEP plans not being followed for their special needs children. State data we obtained shows that in 60% of those cases, the school was found non-compliant. When that happens, the school has 30 days to correct it. In this case, Ariana hasn't been back to school, and the school did not answer whether they had taken corrective action. Ultimately, it now goes to the hands of the courts.
And in this case, my view is that there is no defense, and that's what the school district should do with this family and not force them to litigate this.
If it was your child, would you feel comfortable? Absolutely not.
Now, tomorrow, we'll introduce you to an advocacy group for special needs children that worked with Patan and her daughter throughout this process.
They've been an important resource for many families. For more, just head online to channel3000.com. And here's Chief Meteorologist Garrett Canalti with a look at our first warn forecast.
I had some flurries coming back from dinner tonight. Didn't amount to very much. And we're going to see lots of clouds and off and on precipitation chances pretty much for about the next 10 days. So 3 things you need to know. Get used to the clouds. They're going to be around for a while. Maybe some sunshine on Wednesday and a little bit on Saturday. We'll see mainly rain showers or a mix of rain and snow during the daylight hours, when temperatures will be at or above freezing. But at night, when we do get precipitation, there could be some minor snow accumulations as temperatures drop below freezing. And I think the best chance of that happening is going to be Thursday night into Friday morning. This morning, we did have some minor ice accumulations from freezing drizzle and light freezing rain just north of Madison, from Dodge County westward to Crawford County. Most of the precipitation was pretty light, but it did cause some slick road surfaces before they were treated. High-resolution Doppler radar right now shows the last of the flurries heading off to the east and really nothing out to the west, so we'll just see cloudy skies for the rest of the night. Here comes the next batch of light snow into parts of the eastern Dakotas. That'll move eastward pretty rapidly. By the time it reaches us during the daylight hours, we'll probably see at least a mix of rain and snow, because high temperatures tomorrow will be in the upper 30s when the average high is 35. And you can see as the average high drops to freezing, our temperatures stay above normal pretty much for the next 10 days. We will see perhaps a little bit of snow accumulation. That could cause temperatures to be a little bit colder than forecast. But right now, one of the future track computer models, this is for Thursday night into Friday, calling for about a 1 to 3 inch snowfall, maybe a couple of areas closer to 4 inches out toward the Mississippi River. The other computer model that we look at for a longer range forecast calls for the heavier snow to be farther to the north and more of a 1 to 2 inch snowfall. I think that's probably more likely because initially that snow could be mixed with rain, so that could also limit snowfall amounts. And then during the day on Friday, we'll get above freezing and start melting some of that snow. Looking out into the future, this is Monday night into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. The European computer model indicating a potential winter storm here with mainly snow from that storm system across our part of the Midwest. However, the GFS computer model, the U.S. computer model, is much further to the north. Notice no snow here because it'll all be in the form of rain with the potential for heavier snow in the northern part of the Midwest. So the confidence is high. There'll be a fairly significant storm system early next week, but low as far as whether or not we get rain or snow or a mixture of two. We probably will end up seeing a mixture at some point, maybe some minor snow accumulations toward the end. Tomorrow, though, just mostly cloudy with a few rain and snow showers, high temperature at 37. Planning your day for tomorrow, 37 for the high in Monona, 37 in Marshall, 37 in Oregon with mostly cloudy skies and a chance for a rain or snow shower. Lone Rock might make it up to 41, Baraboo about 34, and 38 for the high temperature in Monroe. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, planning your day, skies start out cloudy, but the precipitation really doesn't reach us until late morning or early afternoon. By that time, notice temperatures are at or above freezing. So we start to see those light rain and snow showers with temperatures in the upper 30s. Even if we get snow, it's not going to stick to the ground, and most of that should be over with by early tomorrow evening. 7 to 10 day forecast, 40 for a high on Wednesday, probably our best chance of seeing sunshine, rain showers late Thursday, change to snow Thursday night into Friday morning. Could be some minor accumulations there. Weekend looks mild. Rain from Sunday afternoon into Monday, and then that changes to snow Monday night into Tuesday. Again, some minor accumulations possible there, and then temperatures pretty close to normal by the end of next week.
And coming up in sports, Bucks back on the road and get a big-time performance off the bench. Who posted career-high numbers for the Deer? That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at LensCrafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
I've got a secret. I did all of my holiday shopping in one place. Do you want to know where? At the WISC Company in Middleton. I found Bagolini purses for Mom, Fraser fur candles, my sister's favorite, earrings for me, even Weber grill accessories for Dad. And their holiday showroom, it's a wonderland. So this season, check out the WISC Company, my holiday happy place.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day that's effective without topical steroids. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. Plus, they felt fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupts the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
To everyone who loves great food
let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Wow, this is where you work now?
Figured I deserved a more inspiring space. And with home values being up, I had a lot of equity. So I got a home equity line of credit from Summit, and voila, added a home office.
Took your business to the next level.
Hey, you two have been in your place for a couple years now. Any fun plans?
Well, we just finished a refi with Summit.
Really?
And the plan is to make a bunch of great memories.
We're gonna use the savings to get a camper.
Whatever your goals, Summit Credit Union can help you use your home's equity to go get them.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at Lens Crafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
In less than 24 hours, Wisconsin will tip off Big Ten play against 13th-ranked Maryland, and there's going to be an old friend at the Kohl Center. John Lure is returning to where it all started to serve as UW's honorary captain as the Badgers continue to celebrate 125 years of basketball. Remember, Lure won 100 games over his 4 years in Madison and played 8 seasons in the NBA. High school girls hoops, 6th-ranked Division IV Cuba City hosting number 6 in Division V Belmont, and the home team was off and running. Olivia Olson takes it to the rack for 2. Cubans jumped out to a 10-1 lead. Lady Braves would battle back. Reese Rundy gets the hoop and the harm to make this one a 2-point game. Cuba City would not be denied. Olson finds a wide-open Jenna Daly, and she casts it in. Cubans get the win 62-48. Another big non-conference tilt. New Glarus hosting Lancaster. The Gardner Knights scored the game's first 9 points. Lainey Burks doing her best to bring the Flying Arrows back. She gets 3 thanks to the backdoor cut and lays it up and in for 2 of her team-high 16. But New Glarus's dynamic duo put on a show. First, it's Elle Lancaster dialing up from deep. She had 20. Then later, the Knights work it around to Lindsay Shadowalt, and she does the rest. Game-high 22 for her. New Glarus gets the win, 71-43, the final. Bucks back on the road taking on the Magic, and it was a big night from rookie A.J. Green. The sharpshooter drills the corner triple. He finished with a career-high 12 points. Bucks led by 11 at the break, and Giannis was doing Giannis things in Orlando. 34 points, 13 boards, 5 assists, and a pair of blocks. Bucks win again, 109-103. In 3 weeks, Wisconsin will take on Oklahoma State in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. And good news for the Badgers, the Cowboys will be playing their backup quarterback. Their starter, Allegra Mertz, entered the transfer portal. Now, Mertz isn't the only Badger leaving the program. Guard Michael Furtney, safety Titus Toller, and defensive end Tristan Monday all put their names in the portal. Furtney started 8 games this season at right guard. After their win over the Bears on Sunday, the Packers bumped up their playoff chances by a couple percentage points. However, another loss, and Green Bay is likely eliminated. And that's where the question of, do you continue to play banged-up Aaron Rodgers, or do you give Jordan Love a shot to show what he has? Well, Brian Gutekunst's answer, not really direct.
Whoever gives us the best chance to win needs to be out there. That's only fair to this locker room. That's the way I feel about it. I think Matt feels the same. So, there's always kind of, different ways to look at things. But football is a little bit different game than some others. We'll make those decisions when we get there. What's best for the football team and going out and winning those games.
And we're back after this.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
This holiday season at the Century House. Give $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Attention, this is an important legal alert for mothers of children 18 and under. If you used any brand of acetaminophen during pregnancy and your child was later formally diagnosed with or you believe may have autism spectrum disorder, you may qualify for a significant cash settlement from the manufacturer. Call now for a free consultation. Delay may affect your legal rights.
Call 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham. Right now.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up. This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer on select Ford vehicles. Choose a vehicle in stock or simply place a custom order. Lock in your rate and you're protected, even if rates go up before your order comes in. So much. And that's how Ford is helping you. I'm proud of you, kid. Shine bright. This season, choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% financing for 66 months at your local Ford dealer. And shine bright.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease?
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
Hi, I'm Gary Canulti, inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me May 2nd through the 12th as we tour Scotland and Northern Ireland. This trip is rich with history, exploring places like the Edinburgh Castle and the Titanic Belfast Museum. We'll also enjoy the gorgeous scenery and friendly people of these two unique countries. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
This portion of News 3 Now sponsored by RG Heating and Air Conditioning.
Finally tonight, the lava flowing from Hawaii's Mauna Loa, the world's largest active volcano, is edging closer to the Big Island's main highway.
That's right. Check it out. A live look at the eruption. And on Friday, the U.S. Geological Survey said the main front of this lava flow was about 3 miles away from the island's main east-west road there. But the USGS also said that because of the unpredictable nature of such lava flows, it is, quote, difficult to estimate when or if the flow will impact the highway.
You just need to look at it from afar.
Yeah, don't get too close.
Real far.
Yeah, I was just there a little more than a year ago, and we didn't see anything like that. I want my money back. Well, around here, just some flurries this evening. We've had a couple out there. Nothing really showing up on radar anymore, and we're just looking for cloudy skies overnight. Low temperature of about 24.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, everyone. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.